Hi, my name is Lothar Myck. I'm a West Coast-based multi-instrumentalist and producer, and I've just released my first full-length since last summer. It's a 10-song album called VOCOREAL. Calling it an anthology because the first piece that I finished for it, I finished early 2021, and the last song I finished a couple months ago before I was ready to release everything. So there's lots of sporadic and different inspiration throughout everything. So I was kind of just trying to pretend like there's one central character, which is probably true because it's all written from my own experience.
Autobiographical?
No, because it's like about a robot. If I was a robot though, these would be my experiences. The title track is split into two parts, and the first part, VOCOREAL Part 1, is about a human being kidnapped and taken to a lab and cut apart and turned into a robot. I think that's probably the most relatable piece.
We've all been there.
Yeah. Average Saturday. This new album is the first album and almost just about the first thing that I've done that has lyrics on everything, but there's no singing. It's all vocoders and talk boxes, so it's altered singing with guitar and keyboards kind of. Last year and over the winter I did lots of live streams where I just did hour-long improvisational space jams. So I thought something with lyrics so I would be able to communicate a compact idea efficiently and effectively. This album has probably got the least virtual instruments than any of my previous albums, which I'm proud of. I've got more gear now, which is awesome. I love gear. So I'm able to play more stuff and record it straight in without having to mess with the computers as much, which is definitely a plus for me. I should walk up while I'm talking, is what I should do.
Walk up and talk together.
For the third song on the album, Source Code, there's an official music video up on my YouTube channel, and I'm driving through space in a Toyota Corolla, which is kind of peak spaceman shuttle, and then I land on Earth and play an epic trippy guitar solo. I think the vocoders are the main standout. It's kind of, and shorter songs. I've been kind of straying towards longer stuff, which I think is a little self-indulgent, if not fun, but I'm trying to do not more listenable because I've got some pretty obnoxious stuff on there, but stuff that's a little bit more digestible, I guess. I think part of it is I want to get prepared for working with other people and be able to kind of gauge what their expectations would be and just have as much skills as I can before going into that. And then also if I know what an audience likes and what an audience's expectations are, I can use that and subvert it and do something unique and original. The last day of school is June 24th. Oh, hold on. Let me think for a second before I say that. I'm super professional. How do you find a calendar? June 23rd is the last day of school and I'm doing a concert, a free community concert at the ANAF Hall. And it's going to be mental health and youth awareness, just kind of promote that in the community, and music and arts. Hopefully I have another youth band that will be opening for me. There's a couple, I think if you were at the youth concert, there's all the grade 10s are super into it. And at school we've been doing open mics at lunch, like for once a month, and there's lots of kids that are into it. It's cool to see lots of kids excited. The community is a great space to get started because it's small and really welcoming, and it's a beautiful place to be inspired. And just the remoteness of it makes it kind of challenging to get started on stuff, but it's also, I think, helpful because if you're in a big city, no one would hire grade 10 kids to play music somewhere. But if you're in Upuit, it's like, hey, somebody wants to play music? Oh, there's some grade 10s, let's invite them over. If I was living in an industrial sci-fi place, I'd probably write music about rainforests. It's just because I'm kind of used to it and take it for granted a little bit. It helps provide a mood though, definitely, like living in Upuit in the rain is the most cyberpunk thing I can think of is rain. It's like faux escapism because I don't really want to escape from here because it's a great place to be. But in the same, it's nice to put yourself in a different place and have a different perspective about different events.
You're a teenager, you need to have angst and want to escape even if there's nothing to escape from, really.
Exactly. Once I graduate, I'm going to be going to Vancouver and to study music production and business. 5 years, hopefully I'm self-sustaining and creating something. Even if it's, I don't know, hopefully music, but as long as I'm doing something and I'm able to sustain myself, that's the bare minimum goal. And then above that, hopefully still doing music and collaborating with as many people as possible.
So your first goal is to not be freeloading off your folks?
Yes. Well, that's kind of their goal for me, so it transferred into my goal. I'll hopefully have 2 more albums before I leave.
Oh, this summer?
Yeah, well,
your last summer?
I've got a list, I've got volumes of stuff that's like ideas. But it's like, realistically, I'm gonna get 2 of them done. Like there's 10 like concrete ideas of like, I know the names of the songs and the structures of the songs. But I'm too lazy to actually like, oh, I gotta do it now.
wouldn't say that's pretty lazy. I mean, the average, I was going to say kid, but the average person doesn't think, I'll probably bang out 2 albums in 3 months.
This new album, I've got a whole bunch of new merch. I got new t-shirts designed by a local artist, Melody Hillerby. It's called it the Galaxy Flight t-shirt. So there's a spaceship flying into a galaxy. It's kind of retro looking. Also got matching Galaxy Flight holographic stickers. They kind of shine, rainbow in the light. And then for the album, there's a USB cassette release, which looks like a cassette tape. But because you got to be trendy and nobody has cassette decks anymore, it actually is compatible with your iMac. So it's a USB stick. Yes, the album released on April 22nd, my mom's birthday. So wish her happy birthday on the anniversary of the album, or the anniversary of her birth. It's available on all major streaming platforms and my Bandcamp. And also on my Bandcamp, you can buy the physical merch, the USB cassette, and all t-shirts and stuff. And there's a couple tracks on YouTube with music videos and that kind of stuff.
Are you going to have some of those hard copies at the Orange Door Gallery? Or?
There should be some at the Orange Door Gallery soon.
Sweet.
Spaceships flying by.
Yeah.
That's what the sound is.